Welcome to KidsQuest from the Chattanooga Public Library with Olga and Shelley.
Hi there. Have you ever been curious about fossils? So what are fossils? Well, fossils are the remains or what's left of plants and animals that lived long ago. The word fossils comes from the Latin and it means dug up, which is exactly what you have to do to find most fossils. Some fossils are formed when a plant or animal that died millions of years ago leaves behind an impression. Bones or other organic matter. These materials can sometimes get preserved into a rock, or they can become petrified. Others are formed when an organism is trapped in a sticky substance like tree sap or even tar. But no matter how they are formed, fossils help us learn about what life was like millions of years ago. They could give us some idea of what animals and plants looked like in the past, but they sure can't tell us everything. We still have to guess about colors, sounds, and many behaviors. You should know that it is very difficult to become a fossil. When most plants and animals die, they are usually eaten by other animals, or they decompose until there's nothing left. But if the conditions are just right, they are preserved into fossils. And lucky for us, there are many organisms that have been preserved into fossils. Let's look at two types of fossils: body fossils and trace fossils. Body fossils are any part of the actual animal left behind. Let's look at some examples. Bones, teeth, shells, and leaves. Trace fossils are proof of animal life from long ago. Let's look at some examples. Footprints, fossilized poop or coprolites, eggs, and nests. Well, now that you know what fossils are, let's make our own fossil dig. For this project, you will need an adult to prepare the plaster of Paris for you, because the powder can be dangerous if inhaled. You will need 2 cups of plaster of Paris, 1 cup of water, a plastic disposable spoon, a metal spoon, an aluminum pie pan, and some small objects to hide in your dig. I found a plastic dinosaur, some bones, and a rock. Make sure you cover your surface with some newspaper. Add your plaster of Paris, 2 cups, to 1 cup of water. I started out with 1 cup, but soon found out that wasn't enough. So make sure you use 2. And 1 full cup of water. Mix it around very well with your adult helper and set it aside. Then you want to rub some lotion on each of the items for your dig. This will help protect them from the plaster. Then begin to arrange them on the pie plate any way you want. When you are done, you will pour the plaster mixture over your items, making sure to cover each one very well. Then you will need to let it dry for 1 or 2 days. Now your dig is ready. Take your metal spoon and carefully begin scraping away until you find each of the items you buried. Once you've found them, you will need to rinse them out with water. There. What was most surprising to you about digging for fossils? Think about it and stay curious.